The Ackerman vane in the back, it's a one of a kind. That one was actually made. The president of the American Lightning Rod Company, I don't think it was Lightning Rod Company, it was American Metal Company, made the figures for a lot of the vanes, and the president had that made and hung on his wall.
Really? The president of the United States?
No, president of
Ackerman.
Of that American Lightning, or American Company.
Oh, American. And what is this, oh man, I don't want to, what's happening with this red one, this heavy red and gold one? It's amazing.
Just original paint.
Really
it's
long.
Ohio Lightning Rod Company.
It's so long I can't get it without a little bit of light.
And it's a very, they're scarce in their own, but to get one in dual stock is just unheard of. I found 3 of them all at one time.
I love the way this horse is twisted onto the vane, and then is it brazed or sweat, or is it just crimped?
Soldered.
Soldered, yo.
The earliest, the figure vanes, the earliest ones went on twisted wire.
I see.
And then it was a progression of time where they used a metal tube, or they used a solid metal rod, or.
Yeah.
But if you see one with the twisted wire, it's early.
Yes, spectacular. Oh, my goodness. And the detail on these cars is amazing.
It's
the best car is behind you.
Okay, we'll go find that
it's
here.
interesting how they start out with 3 wires, and they bring up for the front end, and they continue on with 2, and then what's left over is sticking out the back there.
It was just a progression of time, the way they found to do.
What is the what's the story about King? I haven't seen King appear.
It was a ventilator company, and they made a lot of big horses and cows and other animals for the big ventilators. For the most part.
I see. So when you say big, we're looking at like those pieces over there.
Like, see the big circus horse there, or the cow down there.
I see the horse and those over there.
Well, the cow, the James cow. That's with the sail on the bottom of it. That's kind of scarce.
Oh yeah, with the scale on the bottom, right.
But there's the lady in the car. That's the rare car.
Lady in the car. I'm looking. Where am I looking?
Oh, right here.
Oh, there it is. I see lady in the car. Ah, the ribbon in her hair blowing in the breeze. Very cool. Lady in the car. Whew.
And the Shin Eagle, that's a toughie.
Amazing.
And these are all little nameplates that they would tack on next to the cable coming down the building. Just a little bit of advertising to get the name out.
Leave your
mark
behind. Much like the logo that's on your car.
Yeah, same thing. Yep. Which, I mean, these make a neat collection just themselves. And, today they're extremely hard to find. Any of this stuff is. I go into shop after shop and I rarely see anything I even care about rather than.
Well, that would have been tacked onto the side of the building, and when the building got torn down, it just went with where the wood went.
And I am yet to see one of them nailed on a building still. I've never, in all my days, seen one.
And the wooden plates here, the carved...
Those are printing blocks.
Printing blocks, yes.
From all advertising lightning rod, various pages from catalogs.
These are the actual advertisements. I see, the old print blocks. So you had to have a block made and set for your... There's no way I'm going to be able to focus. Oh, there it is, look. Yeah. This is the stairwell that we use to come up to view the room, and it's just absolutely packed. Insulators, I see. I'm going to zoom here, guys. Hold on. Whoop. Lightning rod insulators stacked on the shelf there. See. And then, oh my goodness, kite tails, just unbelievable.
The same thing that people do when they come into our space.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, in all honesty, it's about 45 years worth of love and devotion to putting it together.
And really, any collection among the hobbyists that Lou and I know have that kind of time and effort invested, really.
I was a kid in high school. It was 1970, and getting ready for college. But I got the bug,
Yeah.
And I had no money to do anything. You know, if I'd had some money back then, I could have bought all kinds of
truckloads of
things,
stuff.
you know.
Yeah.
But you know.
Well, that's how you work into
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yep.
You know, and it
And
takes a long time of swapping, trading, and
I've been lucky enough the last, I'd say 15 years anyway. I've bought some pretty major collections.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do that, I mean, part of it's to make money on, but I always get to pick something out.
Right.
This is
right.
different. This is
It adds to your collection in the process. Yeah. That's how we do it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bob, what's the story of this body? There's a large.
It's just a homemade piece. It's not really devoted to any company. It's just.
Is it hammered copper?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Soldered together.
Yeah.
And I bought a weather vane. I bought it to get the weather vane, but it's such a neat piece. I just thought I had to keep it.
My
Would
goodness.
fit on a wood post coming out of the roof and.
Yep. Maybe a cupola. Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh. I love the slag. You have so many outrageous examples of slag, just breathtaking. What are we looking at here? What's this?
That's called the mast.
M-A-S-T, like on a ship?
The mast lightning rod company. Yep. Huh. Now the red one you're looking at next door, that's a fantasy 1990s
I see.
production piece.
Yeah.
That they only made the mast in 4 colors. Oddly enough.
And it only has the embossing on the one side.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's basically a version of the swirl, but with that.
Boy, that is an
little
amazing ball.
So the 4 original colors are the 2 on either side
Mm-hmm.
of the red one.
White, amber, sun colored, and blue milk glass.
I see. And they were, as far as you know, they were indeed sun-colored amethyst because they went up clear and colorless.
Yes.
Very good.
A clear lightning rod ball is kind of a special deal because they never seen the sun.
That means it
Exactly.
never got out
Right.
there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and we have the same thing in the insulator collecting hobby. If you've got one, keep it the heck away from ultraviolet. 'Cause
exactly.
in California, we did a test. It only takes 6 weeks. We melted some down, ran them back to clear, and put them in the sun, and it only took 6 weeks to colorize with the manganese. One of the things that we notice in the insulator collecting hobby is some of the glass that was decolorized with selenium has a very distinct straw cast to it. Do you have any lightning rod pieces that you would characterize as being sun-colored straw from the selenium decolorizing agent?
Don't think so.
Okay.
No.
And this looks to be rather unusual that the
It's a neat
arrow
setup.
is
It's made for the ball.
Made for the ball.
It's all that whole rod setup is the DNS lightning rod company.
Lou, can you turn the compass points so that we can see are they going to roll easily?
The whole thing
Oh, the whole
rolls,
thing
because
rolls. And then the
it's
numbers,
locked
once
in.
again, are hanging.
They're swinging directly.
So they swing in the wind. Wow, that's cool.
get you some of it, but
And everything that moved like that in the wind over
Wears.
time wore out. Yeah.
yep, everything has got friction going for it.
Yep.
If it wobbles, it wears.
Yep.
So they align the arrow with the north-south.
Now, this shade, I have not seen this shade in the flat quilt.
That's very rare.
That is an amazing sort of mossy steel.
That was one of my
My
first acquisitions, early days, probably 1971 or 2.
That is a tough color right there. Yeah.
Really is.
Well, Mr. Overfield, it has been an absolute pleasure to view your collection. Thank you so much for putting up with letting us raid you so early in the morning.
That's fine.
We are the Lou and Mike Show. That's Lou, and I'm Mike. And we are in, what state are we in other than confusion right now?
Hannibal, Missouri.
We're in Hannibal, Missouri, and we are viewing an absolutely breathtaking collection of lightning rod system equipment at Mr. Bob Overfield's home.
And how long have you been here?
In this house, 28 years.
That's amazing.
This is a piece you might want to...
This
Do you know what that is?
Well,
Oh my gosh, it looks patent
I imagine
medicine.
we're going to see electricity zip across
Well,
those
there's
two
a crank
balls.
on the back side of it. You turn it, with everything. You get all the jars full of the right liquid.
So this is where the snake oil
And-
salesman
and-
shows the concept of lightning
Exactly.
to the potential owner of the system.
It's a salesman's kit they carried around the county fairs and whatever.
Demonstration.
Yep, demonstrator. Exactly.
Yeah. Now today we call this a Jacob's ladder, sort of. You know, I can't get that darn thing to focus.
That one
There
over
it is.
That's a more modern one, but it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same thing.
I'll be darned.
By modern, I mean that's
Oh,
like
I
19,
see. And
19
they've actually built a little house so
Yep.
that
and that
You
above
might-
it, that's supposed to look like a cloud. The thing with
Here.
yeah.
Mike, you might want to get this really close up. I don't know if you noticed it, but the house has the lightning rods on the ridge and the ground wire coming down the side of the house. That's really a spiffy demo piece. And when they cranked it up, the electricity had come out of the cloud, and so they could take this arm and swing it away and say, you know, until it got here, and then away it'd go.
And
Let's get some light on that.
what they would do is put alcohol in there, and
Oh,
when they would
no.
unground it, it would catch on fire.
Of course.
And there was just enough to burn, show them. But then they could turn the little deal and ground it.
And that's why the roof is made of copper, so that the alcohol wouldn't burn and would sub. Oh, that's amazing! Look at that.
So when it was grounded, it would arc and nothing would happen. And,
That's hilarious. Yeah. Using fear. Don't let this happen to your home
Yeah.
or your barn.
And you have the instructions and everything
Yep.
with
Yeah.
it. That is
Yep.
way cool.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
But who would notice something like that in the big picture of things? Well, all right, sir. We are going to move on and get out of your hair. This has been a real treat, and we appreciate your time.
I was going to share with you that, let's see, it was the National in,
Excuse me. I will leave you guys to it.
it was the year that I made a trip all by myself, and I came back, and I did a big tour, took me 7 weeks
Oh,
across
my.
country,
Uh-huh.
but I ultimately ended at a national show, but I came through here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and who would have known?
Uh-huh.
You know?
Right.
But I spent my time downtown, and
The touristy looking.
like I tell people, I think one of my things was to always be able to be on a paddle wheeler. Well, one of the tour paddle wheelers down here. I
Yep.
talked to the captain, and he says, when we get in a certain place, he says, you come on up here. And so I got to pilot the boat.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it was like, this is pretty cool
This
stuff.
is what you see when you come up the stairs right here. This is amazing.
That is really cool.
All right.
Who would have?
This is the Lou and Mike Show. We're in Hannibal, Missouri, viewing one of the preeminent lightning rod system collections in the United States of America. And we have taken enough of this gentleman's time this morning, so on that note, I will let you guys go looking at these spectacular kite tails.
Now this would be a connector.
This is a Lou and Mike Show signing
That's a
off.
salesman sample piece.